Awesome. Welcome to Hockey Talks. We are we're calling this thing Hockey Talks, Comrades Chats. At the end of the day, we're still trying to figure that name out, but it keeps getting longer and longer. We have today with us some ladies from the Women's Hockey League at KCICE. I got that right?
Yes.
Link will be below, but yeah, you'll be able to go to their Facebook page and check out what they're doing. But before we get started with our chat, I just wanted to do a quick round of introductions. Mike Watson, the bald guy who does most of the talking around here. If you watched one of these, you probably got way too much shine off of my head already. That's going around. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
You're next.
Your favorite person, Danny Thomas?
Puck Danny Thomas.
Puck Danny Thomas.
I'm Sean Frazier.
Yeah.
Nathan Snyder.
I'm Jackie Bigelow.
And Brittany Ray.
Awesome. Yeah. So we really appreciate you ladies. I'll say guys a lot. I'm sorry.
That's
Very politically
okay.
incorrect. Yeah. We appreciate you guys coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So I really want to know a little bit about each of your personal stories before we maybe tackle the bigger picture, which is the hockey league itself. But if you don't mind, let's just go around real quick. What got you into hockey?
So I played roller derby for 10 years, and we had a coach, Coach Ice, Tim Tarwater, who played over at the river North KC,
Okay.
Line Creek.
Yep.
And so he taught us a lot of inline hockey stops and stuff that we did on our quad skates.
Ah.
And so I got divorced and got with my boyfriend Dusty, who's a goalie, and he got me into ball hockey. So I started there, and then
Didn't you guys play ball hockey together?
we did.
Yeah.
I played with Danny, and then they kept trying to talk me into ice. We had someone join ice, and then we went. Dusty and I went ahead. He joined ice first, and then he's like, "Come on, play the Z League." So I went, and I fell in love with it, and I've been playing since then.
Gotcha. Very cool. How about you?
So my story totally different. My husband is originally from Philadelphia, and he's played since he's 3 years old. And our son played in college and played overseas professionally for a little bit.
Cool.
And a few years ago, for a birthday, they gave me hockey equipment, and as my husband said, it was either going to be the best gift ever or the worst gift ever. But I was like a 5-year-old who just immediately wanted to play. It's funny, all my years of being a hockey wife and a coach's wife and a mom, I never remotely considered playing myself. I'm from Louisiana. They don't have the only ice
They
there
even
is-
have an ice rink.
Well, they have ice in your drink, and that's about it. Yeah, so I started out at Line Creek doing the learn to play things, and my husband wouldn't let me touch a puck for a long time. But I finally got to play on the Z League, where I met these ladies, and still play on a co-ed Z League team. And yeah, but the women's league is a whole different ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
So I moved here from New Jersey, and I started playing ice hockey just a few years ago. I was actually playing indoor soccer, and Neetha was our goalie. And so I got pulled over from indoor soccer up to Line Creek to learn how to play hockey, and I was terrified. It was the hardest thing I think I've ever done. Every muscle in my body hurt. I felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
But it was such a challenge. It was awesome, and I just fell in love with it and just kept going.
So cool. Yeah. Thank you.
I started playing right around the same time these ladies played. I've got 2 boys that have played ever since they were small,
Okay.
and a bunch of moms got together and wanted to go out to Line Creek to try it, and did Jimmy's deal on Tuesday, and
Very
it's
cool.
been great. So I think it's been close to 5 years now.
That's impressive.
playing.
Yeah. It's that was always the idea here is why do people pick up hockey, right?
Right.
It's not as it's not like a real rare sport, but it's not as common as a lot of other
Right.
sports. And so to hear each person's individual story about why hockey, and then your journey in hockey is always really fun. So tell me about this league. How did this come about?
Well, mostly Jackie's a stalker.
Truly is.
So for you
Jackie's our
ladies on
recruiter.
Facebook who randomly got messages from Jackie, she's not really a stalker. She's just really dedicated to the league. So we do.
I like your style. I'm the same way. I'm making friends with people I don't even know. Hey,
Yeah.
I got that person.
Gotta wear 'em
do-
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do owe the resurgence of the women's league because we did kind of try this a couple years ago and it didn't pan out. But we do really owe that to Jackie and her efforts on that, and our partnership with the rink. They've been great. So we now, starting summer, the rink is committed full-time to this league, to our time slot, to everything. We will have 4 full teams starting in the summer. And yeah, they're providing us with jerseys and socks, and which you don't get that in any other league.
You know,
Yeah, and they give us a nice Sunday time slot, and they've committed to that going forward, which works for most ladies. They can, take an hour or so on a Sunday to play, and
Right.
and it's just all skill levels. We have
There's a
from
wide range.
we have from a former Olympian to us who are still just learning, and we divide the teams up. All skills are welcome. It's all inclusive, and the ladies who are really good help the rest of us learn and develop. And it's just more about the love of the game and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
We're all clear that we're not going to the Stanley Cup because they don't let
Right.
women play there. That's the only reason.
Yet.
Otherwise, we'd be going if they let women play.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's just, and we said when we were chatting, for most ladies, you don't have another option. You either play co-ed at some level, or that's it. And so we are the only women's league
In the
in
area.
the Kansas
Great.
City area.
Yeah, and it actually kind of surprises me a little because, as our world changes and we become more integrated, and less about him and her, right? I think it's still cool that you can find a place and say, look, it's a women's league. This is what we're doing,
Right.
And I'm sure that it probably allows you some confidence or freedom to just know that, other people are kind of looking out for you and you're building this
Yeah,
thing.
it's very supportive.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
next question is really, so what are the plans for the league? Like, where does this go high end, and is there maybe going to be some type of a learn to play for young ladies who want to get into it?
I know Tom has talked
old
to us
ladies.
before about doing some tournaments. St. Louis has some ladies leagues, and doing some tournaments with them. And they're women's league, but it's the rec league.
Okay.
And having some of us rec girls go up and play against some of their rec girls teams, and
Perfect.
doing that. So there's been talks about that, maybe going to St. Louis for the weekend and playing some tournaments. I'm not sure what else. I don't know about the learn and place, but
Right now, I'm actually like brand new people that I reach out to. I have been meeting them up at Line Creek for the adult skills and drills on Tuesday nights.
Okay, good.
And I will continue to do that until they feel comfortable. We've had some ladies come out to the Women's League games to like gauge if they feel confident to take the ice. And I encourage all women, you're good enough.
Yeah.
right.
You're good enough. Just the way you are, you're good enough.
Right.
If you
If these two are good enough.
yeah, and I
So
mean, if you
you
want to
aren't good enough.
play hockey, you want to come out, no one's going to shame you, no
No, no,
one's going to demoralize you. Like, we build each other up, and we want to keep growing. We're going to have 4 teams for the summer session, and going forward, we would love to grow it to where we have a high and a low division.
Yep.
In the near future, hopefully, we're going to have it year round, just like the other, the C League, the D League, Z League is. So
That's cool.
we just want to have that option, like Sean said. Also, maybe be able to put a team together of interested
travel.
women, that will
Yeah.
maybe want to do tournaments.
Yeah.
We're pretty much open to anything.
We're still fledgling. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have tons of room for growth.
Very
So-
cool. Yeah. That sounds a little bit kind of like us and our organization. Is like we don't even know where it's going. We're just letting it happen organically,
Yeah.
and,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we'll
Right.
see how
Just
it all
take
develops.
whatever bad ideas Danny comes up
Right.
with. And here we are.
And put them on the internet. Yeah.
I think
yeah.
the thing that's really important for us right now is to make sure that the teams are all even. So
That
we've
was my
got
next question.
a
How are you
couple
doing
of-
that?
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We
so
spent a lot of time
that's-
drafting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
been hard.
Just to make sure that it's even and that other teams don't get discouraged if you've got
Yep.
one team that's going to win every
Yep.
week. So we work really hard and
Really
make
hard.
switches
Mhm.
often to
Oh,
make
okay.
sure that it's
That's
even,
even
Yeah.
better.
so
Yeah.
everybody can have
Don't
fun.
put names on the jerseys, right?
Nope.
Exactly.
No,
You
no
don't
names on
No,
the
we have
jerseys.
no names.
No
on the
names.
jerseys.
Yep.
Yep.
Up for debate.
Yeah, and we even, depending on who's there, so games tomorrow,
Yep.
if it's not quite even because of who's there, we'll just switch them on the ice. Like,
Right.
Which is
it is
perfect.
more about
Yeah.
just having fun. Most of our games are really close.
They are. Very
Even we've
close.
had some overtimes and some shootouts even.
Yes,
Right.
we have.
Oh, cool.
We had an overtime and a shootout all in one game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah.
shootout that went the whole team.
Team.
And then
Twice.
some bench, a bench and a half to get through that
That's just
shootout.
not because we can't shoot or anything.
But it
Yeah.
was amazing because we had 4 women on my team in that shootout that had never gotten to take part in a shootout.
Shootout. Yeah.
They
You see that
never
with
took a
adults a
penalty
lot.
shot.
Yeah.
I've never done this.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it today.
They were so scared, and we're just like, it's just the same.
You just go
skate
down there and
shoot.
try to shoot. That's it.
Anybody get a goal in that one?
We did.
Yeah. We had so it was
The shootout,
Kelsey,
like,
Kelsey
ended 1-0.
Corcoran
And Maggie.
scored,
Oh, Kelsey.
but their mom Chris. So we have 2 sisters, Kelsey and Ashley Corcoran, who played at University of St. Mary's in Minnesota.
Okay.
One's a goalie, and one plays center for us, but she was a defenseman in college. And their mom, who is like brand new to ice skating, she was out there,
For
and
Mother's
I
Day.
sent for Mother's Day.
Oh,
and I
wow.
sent her out,
We
That's
sent her.
awesome.
and she went like an inch wide. We thought it was going in.
It
We were
was
just
good.
so excited for her.
Yeah, it was great. That's my favorite thing about this league is that we do try to make it as even as possible
Mhm.
because we do have the girls who are down here Z League, and then we have these storm 19-year-olds that carry it 4 or 5 times in the open area and then skates it down and shoots it and scores, and we're like, but the
Sounds
good-
like our league.
That's
in-
where, like,
in
have
advance
another
as well,
beer
so-
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
sit on the bench.
another beer, have an adventure. But the good thing about it is that those girls are also the good thing about it is the ones who can play teach the ones who can't. They talk
Right.
to them on the
Right.
ice, and then these girls who are 18, 19 that don't understand to explain to other people. But the good thing is the older women like us are telling. Pass it. See that girl over there standing there in
Yeah.
front? She's wide open,
Yeah.
waiting for the puck to be passed her, and they're passing now. So they're
is great.
not being all
They're trying to help
shoot.
develop the game.
They're
You're building a
actually trying.
community.
They
Yeah,
get a
that's
couple
really cool.
points, and then they're like, okay, now I need to calm down. Let me pass it to some of the newer girls
Yeah.
and teach them and get them. So that's
Yeah.
the good thing is that not only are we helping the people who can't skate, but the people who can skate are learning. Pass it to the people who can't and teach them and get them going as well.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things is in our
Yeah.
league that we're.
And I will
doing that.
say, and I think you guys would agree, as newbies on co-ed teams, and my co-ed team is great, the guys are all great, but I touch the puck way more in the women's league.
Mhm.
And if I run into Sean, not that big a deal. If I run into you on the ice and maybe you're not a great skater,
Mhm.
there's a good chance I
Yeah.
could get
I
injured.
would fall on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and you know, and it's not intentional. It's never
Yeah,
intentional. I don't mean that. So there is a little bit like I can be a little more aggressive in
Okay.
the women's
That
league.
makes good
I
sense.
can go into the corner with somebody. Whereas if you and I were playing
Right.
and you're a windsock in the corner,
Yeah.
I might go,
Yeah.
just gonna wait for him to lose the puck and then I'll, you know,
That's a
that kind of
great
thing.
point.
So.
Yeah.
So especially for the ladies who are new, it's a more confident. It's a little less scary, if
Right.
you will,
Yeah.
to start out in the women's
I
league.
like that. a
And
lot.
you'll hear us cheer. We'll cheer for the girls, probably more who can barely carry the ice down. We'll
Yes.
puck down the ice.
Yeah.
We'll probably cheer for them like, yes, you got it past
Right.
the blue line. You know,
Yeah.
we'll cheer for more of that.
Aussie,
than
they're
we
talking
will
about
the
you, buddy.
person that, you know, of course we're gonna cheer for the person that gets a goal, but we also do the little
Yeah.
cheers and the little victories of the people who are trying so hard.
Yep.
So that's the good thing about women.
Yes,
we're
like not
just
even
more,
our teammates. Like
Right.
they're our
Right.
opponent,
Yeah.
and we're cheering
Yeah,
for
and
them.
we're cheering for them because we're like, oh my God, she did it, you know.
Yeah, so far
So-
there's been no fights, no
No.
slashing,
Oh.
no cross-checking. I think our only penalties have been too many men, or
Oh wow.
you did get a rough because you took out one of my girls, but
I'm
It's
okay,
only 'cause
I'm a
she can't
train
skate.
on
I've
train
played with
track.
you, yeah,
And-
once or twice.
she
And-
previously
Times,
mentioned
yeah.
she's from New Jersey,
Right.
so there's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
great.
chug along, and I count on more skilled players to just kind of dance around
To get
me.
out of the way.
And I have to say though, even in our co-ed leagues, and even when you guys see me play up in the D league over there, we're usually the smiles. Usually, and it's
Yes.
usually us four. We're probably especially Brittany over there. We always have like the biggest smiles, and we're probably laughing more on the ice than any.
Yeah.
And I get in trouble sometimes from Dusty because our goalie back there. He's like, "Stop chatting with the other people and go play." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, you're right. Let me go."
Brittany and I carried on an entire conversation in the zone one night, playing against
It's
each other,
other.
by the way.
Which
Yeah.
is really cool because you don't see enough of that.
No,
you know,
no,
I
And
talk
there's
a
a
lot
lot of
about
chatter. and
like
Yeah.
drop-in hockey where nobody really has a team. You're just there and you
Yeah.
play.
Right.
That's the kind of hockey I love. And I, you know, before I quit 20 years ago and foolishly started up 2 years ago, that's all I was playing was because I loved that. You know, that I'm playing against you, but hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How are
Right.
things? And
Yeah.
love,
Right.
love that.
Yeah.
so much.
And we do that quite often. We're just smiley, laughy, and we just go out there to play because we love to play the game.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, we're competitive. Don't get us wrong. We are very competitive, but it's also the love of the game, and we just want to have fun.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you knock me down. All right, I got your number. I'm coming back for you. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh as I hit you,
Right.
and and I fall down instead of you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
And I can vouch, Sean can take hits and give them.
I can't. I can't. I'm
That's
probably
awesome.
the most aggressive, I would think, in
I
our
don't know,
Z
next
League
to
women
her.
between me
That's
and
why I went to
Jackie.
you.
That's
Ah,
why she went
you
to
guys are the goon squad.
Yeah.
Ice Wolves.
She's
yeah.
like, do you want to play defense? Because I need someone feisty. And I'm like, girl, I got you. I'm your Huckleberry. Got you.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
So it's fun.
So, any questions coming in on your end? Okay.
Nope, not at the moment.
All right. My next question is, tell me about this Olympian.
Yeah.
What? I mean, we're kind of talking about somebody who's
yeah.
not here, but I'm so interested. Yeah.
So Megan Fartelman played for Team USA, and she played professionally in Austria for a few years. She was awarded most penalized player when she was in Austria. She's just yes, she's amazing to watch if you're not on the ice.
amazing.
If you're on the ice, you don't really see her as she
Right.
goes by.
You hear her.
You hear her as she goes by.
Yeah.
But she, she's super skilled. But at the same time, like most really skilled players, my son's a master of this. Knows how to hit the brakes. Knows how to, pass it. Knows how to work with her team. And it's just a great inspiration, really.
That's how
for,
I see it. Yeah.
for everybody else. And as my son put it, he's like, it's such a privilege to get to be on the ice with a former Olympian. And I'm like, no kidding.
Yeah.
Every week that she's there, I'm just excited, even when she just flies past me.
Right.
Well, she's
Gotcha.
amazing too. There's no ego there.
Oh, there's no ego. She's so
There's
humble.
something different about men and women. That
Yeah.
I don't.
No, we had to go
it's-
look her up. Like literally,
Oh,
we had to
yeah.
go look her up.
Yeah.
She didn't come up saying,
Yeah.
I was this and that.
Yeah.
We had to look her
No,
up.
she's fun to play with.
Well,
She's-
here's your
she is.
invite. We'd like to get her
Oh,
on the podcast.
we can see if we
We'd
can
love to
bring
have
her
that
in.
We can
conversation.
see if
That
we
would
can
be
bring
really
her
cool.
in, yeah.
Very good.
She also played in the NWHL for
Yes,
the
she
New
did.
York Riveter.
Wow.
Yep, I forgot that one. Yep.
Yeah, she didn't tell us any of this. We looked it
No,
up.
we had to go look her up.
The guys would have been bragging. You know, I used
Oh
to.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so she
Yeah.
came on her USA hockey jersey the
I thought
first
she
game.
got it for free for registering with
No, and I told.
Right.
So my
That's
husband
what I would
knew.
totally done.
My husband knew who she was, and so one of the first games, somebody's like, "Well, which one is she?" I go, "See, the Team USA. She didn't get that for buying her membership. She earned that Team USA.
Right?
That's
Oh,
her
yeah.
jersey."
Yeah.
And she sticks out. I mean, she's just so very skilled
Well,
that
one
she
thing that
sticks
we've
out.
tried to do with Megan, she was on my team just for this first start. We weren't sure exactly what her skill level was and everything when we first started. And then we saw her and we're like, okay.
Uh-oh.
So now what we've decided to do is she kind of rotates among the teams.
Right.
Oh,
She's
that's
gonna help
perfect.
it out.
Just fill her in, and that way she
Teaching.
gets to play
Yeah,
with
and she
everybody.
can help
Yeah.
mentor
I
people.
love that.
And
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
got a great attitude. She's just really fun to play with.
Yeah, so starting in summer, she won't be rostered on a specific team. She'll
Okay.
just rotate around.
That is really a great
Yeah,
idea.
so that way everybody
Yeah.
gets to
Love
play
that.
with
Yeah.
her and gets to play against her. And,
Yeah, and
but she's a lot of fun.
if anyone wants to see her play, she's in town. She's coming to play with the Ice Wolves
Yes.
at 5:20
Tomorrow.
at KCICE
Tomorrow?
KCICE.
And then
5:20
she's-
tomorrow. KCICE.
And
at
then
6:30.
With the Black Widows.
you can watch her
So you
beat
got
up
two
on that.
chances.
Yeah, you can watch her beat up on the Arctic Foxes as we do the doubleheader against Megan.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So we have to decide: are we going to chase her, or what are we going to do today?
I make a really good pylon, and
It's going around.
Yeah.
Few of us, yeah. So give us a funny story. What have you guys run into, with this league? And, Ours are usually some guy got mad and they threw beer on each other. You know, I don't hear any of that coming out of you.
No,
No,
no.
we don't have
We,
No, we're all pretty
I
chill.
will say, you know, that we've had a couple of different Sundays where after the second game, because right now there's 3 teams, so one
Yep.
team's always double-heading.
Double-heading.
So after the second game, we'll have a cookout. The girls, especially my team, that's probably my leadership, we almost always hang out and have some adult beverages, and or we'll go up to Nubs, if you guys know KCICE, that's the local pub there. So there's a lot of that kind of post-game camaraderie. So
Which is great.
it's really just a awesome social event where you get a workout and you get to have fun.
Yeah, I don't think we really get mad and throw it. We drink it. We throw it back more than we throw it on each other.
Yeah, I think so.
Why
Yeah.
waste good
Yeah.
beer?
I would
Yeah.
never
Exactly.
waste beer.
No,
Oh,
never.
nice. I might hit you with a water bottle.
Right.
but-
Well, there's the cool cop story. The
Yes.
cop.
Come on.
Was it last year? The cop was in the
Madison?
parking lot and circling, and then
Oh.
went across
Yeah, that
and
was
was.
Jackie and I.
Let's hear it.
So if you know KCICE, there's the baseball fields across and the beach next. And so we had a late game, and several of us were out there having beverages, and most everybody had left, and there were a few people over in the baseball parking lot, and there were a few people at the beach. And the Shawnee police officer comes down and parks at the Zamboni driveway in the back.
Yep.
So we're like, well, dude, come on. So we're like, well, I'm not leaving. And I literally live like 2 miles from KCI.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
I even texted my husband. He's like, well, I'll come get you guys if
Yeah,
you need to.
yeah.
So we kept watching him. Well, the beach people leave. And he sits there still. And I finally was like, just crack another beer. I'm not
Now
leaving.
we're in
We'll just-
darkness.
yeah, they've shut off the
Cover
lights.
darkness, yeah.
And so finally, the baseball guys wrap up, and as they're leaving, he sneaks into the back of the parking lot and he follows them all. And they all head towards 435, and I'm like, get in the car,
We're
go
outta
to
here.
K7.
We're outta here.
Thanks for being the decoy.
That is a great one.
Yeah, so we did just outweight the baseball guys, and then we got out of there.
We just outdrank the baseball
Right
guys.
on.
We're
too.
happy.
Yeah,
Hang
that
on
too.
longer. That's good.
Yep. That one was pretty funny.
But we do have, if Madison comes back, we do have a Shawnee police officer that plays with us, and so that's always a plus too. Madison, we need to get out of here.
We need it for summer league.
Yeah.
So what else should people know about this thing? It sounds just marvelous. Yeah, I'm really impressed.
It's great. Uniforms are included.
The socks.
Socks and everything.
So you use them, then you turn them back in if you're not going to play the next session. So you don't have a uniform cost, which is a big money saver.
Yeah.
We have prime time on Sunday, like late afternoon, early evening game times. I mean,
Great,
you can't
actually.
beat that.
Yeah.
The men at the rink are a little jealous.
Of course. Yeah.
And then we also booked KCIC for Saturday, June 19th at 7:15 p.m. We made it like a women's ice time, so ladies can get signed
Everybody's
up.
welcome?
Yeah, everybody's welcome. All
Cool.
ladies are
And
welcome.
if you want to try it out, but you don't want to go buy
It's
the gear,
$15,
we'll
yeah.
help equip you
Yes.
Yeah.
until you
Yeah,
decide
just
if
let
you
us
want
know.
to do it or
Yeah.
not. Just let us know. You can hit us up on the Facebook page. But most of us, through our kids or whatever,
Right.
have a lot of
We have
extra
extra
equipment,
equipment.
and the rink has extra equipment that they're always
Yeah.
have.
And hockey people are just good that way.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're always
Yeah,
willing to go.
that's
"Oh, I got
always
an
a
extra
good
pair of
I
shin
think
guards."
our main thing we look for are women goalies. We're kind of short-handed in
Good
the women
call.
goalies.
Yep.
So Tom has okayed a couple of the Z League goalies to help fill in because we don't want someone who's just gonna and we
Right.
can't score. So they
Although,
approved
aren't
Z
your
League.
women goalies or D1 goalies?
Right,
Don't,
yeah.
Don't-
I was,
don't get it
I
wrong.
was playing back in
Yeah,
my head that I
right.
thought
Don't
I
get it
remembered
wrong.
you
This
saying
is
that.
what doesn't kind of make sense with me
Yeah.
with Tom. Like, we
Right.
can have these D1 women, but we only get Z
We only
League
get the
goalies.
crappy guys.
So
Yeah.
the
Well,
poor,
that's Tom for you.
the poor men goalies that we do have do sometimes get beat up because
They
we
do.
have ladies who can score. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, but yeah, we do use like 2 or 3 different men to sub. But yeah, if we had women goalies,
Women goalies. So if there's any women goalies, come
Yeah.
see
or if you
us.
didn't
Come
think you
see
want to
us.
be a goalie,
Yeah.
And goalies are free.
goalies
Yeah,
are
goalies
free.
free.
So you can't beat that.
Nope.
No.
And right now we have 2 goalies, so we'll need 2 female goalies going forward.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, at some point here soon.
I mean, we make the guys wear a wig. It's weird, but
Yeah.
I
Little
love it.
lipstick on them. Little lipstick.
We want some
wig.
flow coming
little
out the back of
lipstick
that
and wig.
helmet.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
good.
they're good.
But we have games this Sunday, and then our last games for this session are Sunday, June 13th.
Okay.
And then
Then our
we'll
summer.
have that. That's why I booked that ice time.
You're gonna do like a drop-in thing to keep you going until the next
Yep.
season
Until
starts.
season
Yep.
starts.
So the next season will start July 18th. That week,
Approximately,
whatever that week,
yeah, that
Okay.
week that the rink opens back up to all the leagues, we'll start right back up.
Very cool.
So
Yeah.
And then once we hit winter, you get to play outside if you play at KCICE.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
And that's a blessing and a burden.
Yeah, it is. You
Yeah,
freeze, but you
it's,
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
How are we doing on time?
We are at 24 minute, 25 minutes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
another great thing is women can come join us at any point in the season.
Yes.
Right.
Like, it's not you have to come by this date. Like, if you're unsure and you decide and season started, we're 2-3 weeks in.
Yep.
Just give
We'll just
us a
slot you.
give us
Right.
a call, contact us. We'll get you in. We'll get you rostered. We don't turn any ladies away that want to play. Just
That's
come on
great.
and play.
Right.
Yeah. So, give us some clear information on who and how anyone who's watching and
Do you want Jackie's personal cell phone
Yes.
number?
Yeah.
Let's put it out on the internet.
Put it across the screen.
I'm
Yeah.
totally fine with that. I actually have been.
Yeah.
Just contact me, Jackie. It's 913-549-2807. And just shoot me a text, give me a call. I'm
Link
online.
with you, stalk you on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely stalk you.
There is a Facebook page. It's Women's Hockey League KCIC.
Yep.
So hit that. You can message us through that as well.
We will make sure that link is with the video.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You can also contact the rink and they'll get you to one
Yeah,
of us.
Tom
if-
will get you.
so
So, as we get close to close, what are your individual aspirations as hockey players?
Big word.
I
I
think
looked it up.
mine is maybe to make it able that I can get as fast as I was on my quads on my ice skates. I'm getting better and flipping around backwards now, so to do some of the stuff I can do on my quad skates on my thin ice plates.
Right on.
Yeah.
It is a whole
Yeah.
different
It
technique.
is. It is. So
Yeah, we were talking about roller skating having a bit of a resurgence. The quad roller skating, like
Yeah.
we went through
Yeah.
that phase where everybody kind of moved to rollerblades, but now those quads are back, and I'm like, I'm a '70s guy, so this is cool.
I've
I
never
can't stay
done
with
the
them.
blades. Everyone always asks me because I did the roller derby. Do I do the blades? I've never done. I've always done quads and
Okay.
then went to my ice skates.
Yep.
And I've only maybe skated ice skating 3 times before I started ice hockey,
And then you just play hockey.
and I can just go. Yeah.
Nice.
I might need you to teach my son, who's one of my boys.
Oh,
is-
not Cody?
No, not yeah. Well, maybe maybe Cody too.
I played against Cody last night.
Yeah. But I have one who he doesn't play, and he just said, like, I guess I'd like to try this. So we put all the gear on him, got him all ready to go, and it was Bambi. I mean, there was no natural talent there whatsoever. So we'll have to try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very good.
Fun.
How about you?
I'm kind of that the locker room guy, you know, like.
Right on. Yeah.
Honestly, I do a lot of other workouts besides hockey. I just want to have fun, and I just, I want to be the best I can be, and that's probably going to be a solid Z leaguer, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
But yeah, mostly I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Play
my.
some hockey, drink some beer.
That's
all
it.
you can
Man.
ask for.
That's life is good. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're on empty
So-
and you need a beer.
Aha.
I'm your girl
Sure.
right here, and none of that Truly stuff either.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, shots fired, Mike.
Wow, that hurt.
That's what I bring all the time.
I'm like, do not bring girly drinks because it's a girls' league. That's inappropriate.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then,
He'd be
beer.
drinking one right
I'll
now.
be drinking. Yeah.
bring
If
a
we
beer.
weren't on camera, I'd probably have one. Banquet. Yeah.
Good
That's
stuff.
cool. How about you, Jackie?
I started out like Bambi, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about my skating and just want to keep getting better. Just keep making more friends, and having women's league was just another day that I can play ice hockey.
Yep.
So
Right on. Yep.
it's a win-win for me.
Very cool.
I'd say the same thing, but I am trying to learn how to play goalie since we don't have very many women goalies.
Which is
So
quite the challenge.
that
yeah.
it's very difficult. So I just plan to keep it up with that.
Gotcha.
Tuesday nights at Line Creek is great for that. Everybody's really nice and accommodating, and you
Yeah.
get a lot of good coaching there. So
Great. Yeah.
And Jackie and I do ball hockey. So if you want to try hockey without skates,
Yes.
because I
Good
know a
workout.
lot of people try to. It's hard once you get that stick in the puck in your hands with skates. But if you do ball hockey, you're in your tennis shoes, you're running, and then it's a lot easier to get your stick handling, positioning down.
Yep.
So it transferred to the ice a lot better. We're actually playing tomorrow morning.
We are 10 a.m.
Tonight SoCo because
Yes.
they're redoing our rink in Open Park at the Indian Creek.
Yeah.
They're remodeling our rink, thank goodness.
And it's free.
And it's free. I mean,
free.
the SoCo's $5 because right now we have to rent that rink
Okay.
for the next month until they're rebuilding our other rink.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
And that was one of my questions is like, be specific. How can someone come to see you all do this thing?
So you can just come. Obviously,
And there's the
We
COVID
don't-
rules are all gone over there too, right?
Yeah,
COVID,
Oh, yeah.
rules, COVID rules are gone. You can wear a mask if you want, but it's not required.
Yeah.
It's not like we have a big crowd, so you can spread out if
There
you
you
need
go.
to.
Plenty of seating available.
But yeah, so you can check the schedule. Specifically tomorrow, we're at 5:20 and 6:30. But those times range anywhere from 4:30 to 6:30 on the games. But they're always back-to-back games. Yeah, you can just come out and check it
Try
out.
to keep that information up on the Facebook page, obviously.
Yep.
KCIC has a good concession stand too, and they sell wine and beer
Woohoo!
along with food.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so
It's pretty decent.
it's pretty decent. And I mean, it's like bar food, concession stand, deep fried, but it's my game. I love that. Goes down with the beer good. So I mean, just grab yourself a snack, come in, sit down, and watch.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I did have a mom ask me years ago why, my son also played soccer. A soccer mom asked why I would let my kid play hockey, and I go, because they serve beer at the rink, and I'm not here at the soccer game.
Yes.
That's why.
I love that answer.
Yeah.
That's why.
We definitely owe a thank you to Tom Prendergast.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
agree.
KCIC. He's been super helpful in getting us a prime game time slot, uniforms, yeah, and
That's
pretty
great.
much anything else we need. He's been taking lots of pictures, game pictures too, and putting them up on the website and stuff. So
Right.
Promoting
on.
us.
Yeah. Very cool.
promoting us, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he's been amazing over
Yeah.
there at KCIC.
I wanted to thank you for coming and in doing so with all of our guests. Camera blur. I'm going to let you ladies take home a Comrades t-shirt. I'll just do this. And then if you want to trade later or fight over who got what. The cool thing was you were all the same size, so that made it
Yeah, that
easier.
makes it easier.
We've got two logos, the kitty logo and the polar bear logo.
man.
I want the kitty
All
one.
right,
I
I'm
want
the
we got
kitty.
the same
Yeah.
one.
That's cool.
But yeah,
Very cool. Thank
we
you.
appreciate
Yeah,
you
thank
coming.
you.
It's-
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
It's
been a
very
great
Yeah, it's
discussion.
very nice. It's just good to that people are letting us get the word out, so we do
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah, we
it.
appreciate the
Yes,
time.
we do.
Yeah.
We will make sure that this gets both posted long term and then posted to YouTube, and we'll make sure that you guys get to see the links, and we'll link you, and we'll try to make it all official after we get it edited. So
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much.
thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you. Yeah.
thank you. No problem.